What up, people? Good people. This is Earl Miller, infamous E here, coming to you live and direct from my apartment in Trenton, New Jersey. And people have been flocking and everything since this particular dance came out last night. So now I'm going to go ahead and do an instructional for my main instructor, April, the dancing queen, April Dunlap from the Philly metro area. This is her dance, and the name of the dance is called Truly Adore You. The music is Adore by Prince, which everybody loves Prince, including myself. Everybody loves the song. I grew up listening to Prince, just like all of y'all. So anyway, the dance has 3 parts. There is no tags, no trickeries, no bridges, no nothing. Part 1 is all 4 walls. You're gonna always make a quarter turn to your right. Excuse me. Part 2 is the verse, and it will change depending on the rotation. So the first rotation, you're gonna do part 2 twice, front and back. And then the second rotation, you're gonna do part 2 4 times, front, and back. Okay? And then part 3 is always going to be done 1 time on each rotation. Okay? So the first rotation is 1, 2, and 3. Part 2 is done twice. Second rotation is 1, 2, and 3. Part 2 is done 4 times. And then the conclusion is going to be part 1. Okay? Speaking of part 1 is always the chorus. And again, it's all 4 walls. You're always going to make a quarter turn to your right. Okay? And part 2 and part 3 is your verse. First and second verse. So we're going to go ahead and get started with the instructional. Part 1, you're going to start off with a right chevron and a left chevron, and it's side to side. So it's right chevron, left chevron. Okay? 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and. From here, you're going to do a small travel to your right, starting with the right foot. So you're going step, back, and cross. Okay? So your count for that from the top is 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and. Okay? And yes, you need the and in there just so you could get the reciprocation of the steps and the music. Okay? So let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8, right. Chevron left. Chevron step back and cross, rock up on the right, and then you quarter turn to the right, and you're gonna rock back on the right. Right, left. Okay? And that is pretty much part 1. Okay? And you're gonna do that same sequence on all 4 walls. Again, you're always gonna make a quarter turn to your right. Okay? So let's do it from the top, front wall. 5, 6, 7, 8, right. Chevron left. Chevron step back and cross, rock up, rock back. Okay? So as you rock it up on that right, you're going to make a quarter turn to the right and rock it back on the right. So you're going right, left, right, left. Okay? And you're going to start from the top on your new wall. Okay? So let's do part 1. We're going to do all 4 walls, starting from the front. 5, 6, 7, 8. Right, chevron left, chevron step back and cross, rock up, quarter turn step. Chevron and chevron step back and cross, rock up to the back. Right, chevron left. Chevron step back and cross, rock up, last time, right. Chevron left, chevron step back and cross, rock up, rock back. Okay? So, that is part 1. And again, it's all 4 walls, and it's also the chorus. So, let's try that with the music. You got 4 counts of 8 before you start the dance. It's the last one. 5, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 2. The back wall. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and last one. 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8. Okay? So, I know you're seeing in April's video that she does some sexy arm movements and hip movements and all that good stuff. So, I'm just showing you the basic steps right now. Once you get the dance down pat, you can add your own flavor to it, just like April did in her video. Okay? So, with that being said, we're going to move on to part 2. So, part 2 is where the change happens. Okay? So, the first rotation in part 2, you're going to do it twice. You're going to do it one time in the front and one time in the back. Okay? Now, the second rotation, you're going to do part 2 4 times. So you're going to do it on the front, the front, and the back. Okay? Now, in part 2, you're going to start at the front wall, but you're going to end at the back wall. Okay? So let's do that. You're going to start off with a step kick on your right. So step, kick, and step, kick, and. Okay? And you need that in there because you want to get yourself ready for the next step after that. So, top of 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, kick right, and step, kick left, and. From that end on your left, you're going to do 4 taps, making your way to the back wall. It's going to be over your left. So you tap right, left, and. Okay, and you need that end on that left foot. Okay, so let's start from the top of 2, and we're going to make our way to the back wall. 5, 6, step, kick, right. Step, kick, and step, kick, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and. Okay? And yes, I did that with the count, so let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1. 2 and 3, 4 and 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and. Okay? Now, once you tap this left foot, you're going to start walking towards your right. And not only are you going to walk to the right, but you're going to add some footwork to it. So, you walk right, left, cha-cha, and tap. Okay? So, your count for this is 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then you're going to do the same thing going towards your left. 5, 6, 7, and 8, and that is part 2. Okay? So let's face the front again. And this is actually a 16 count part. Okay? Part 1 was a 32 count part. Okay? Because you did all 4 walls. So, part 2, 5, 6, 7, 8. Step, kick, and step, kick, and tap. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and. Now, once you tap this right, you're going to do part 2 from the back wall to get yourself back to the front wall. Okay? So, your transition, you're going 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and step, kick. Okay? So let's do that step kick from the back wall to get back to the front wall. 5, 6, 7, 8, step, kick, and step, kick, and tap. 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 8, and. Okay? So again, that's part 2. And you're going to do it twice on the first rotation and 4 times on the second rotation. Okay? So let's do part 2, both walls. We're going to actually do the first rotation because it's 1 time in the front and 1 time in the back. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6. We do it again. And 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and 7 to the front and right. Left, shuffle and tap. Left, right, shuffle and tap. Okay? Now, let's move on to part 3. So part 3, you're going to always do on the front wall, and you're always going to do it 1 time. Okay? So, first thing you're going to do is you're going to be working your hips. So, dip right, dip left. And again, I'm just showing you basic steps right now. You can add your own flavor to it once you learn to dance. Okay? So you can add arm movements, hip movements with emphasis, and all that good stuff. Okay? So, 2 dips or sways. So sway right, sway left, and then you're going to do 4 more. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So 2 slow, and then 4 quick. 5, 6, 7, 8. Dip right, dip left, now fast. 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, you're going to walk up for 4. It's right, left, right, left. Okay? That's easy enough. Everybody can walk up for 4, so let's start for the top of 3. 5, 6, 7, 8 with a dip. On your right, then you do it faster. 5, 6, 7, 8, walk right. Left, right, left. Okay? Now, from here, I do have a modification for this next move. It is a full turn. Okay? That full turn is going to be over your left shoulder, which means you're going to turn towards your left. Okay? So before you do the full turn, right foot, all you're going to do is up and back in. Okay? So your count for this is from the walk, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, and. Okay? So let's do that one more time for the dip. 5, 6, 7, 8, dip right. Dip left, rock it out, and 5, 6, 7, 8, walk right. Left, right, left, up, and back in. Oh, and one more thing. If you don't want to sway your hips, you can just rock for 4. Rock right, left, left. Okay? So let's do that one more time for the top of 3. 5, 6, 7, 8, dip right. Dip left, then fast. 5, 6, 7, 8, walk right. Left, up and back in. Now from there, this is where your full turn happens. So your right foot is behind your left. All you're going to do is, with this full turn, it's going to be 4 taps. 7 and 8 and. Okay? And that's the end of the dance. Okay? Now, if you don't want to do that full turn, you can modify it. And all you're going to do is up and back and right, left, right, left. Just march in place. Okay? So again, modify. You're going up and back and right, left, left. Okay? So let's do part 3 from the dip. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it with the full turn, and then I'm going to do it again without the full turn. okay, which is the modified way. All right, so part 3, 5, 6. This is with the turns. Dip right, dip left, sway. 5, 6, 7, 8. Walk right, left, right, left, up and back, and full turn right here. And if you notice too, we're not doing a rocking chair on the right foot. It's just up and back in. Okay? So, part 3 modified. 5, 6, 7, 8, dip right. Dip left, and rock your hips, and rock your hips, walk right. Left, right, left, up and back, and right, left, part 1. Okay? So, that is the end of the dance. So I'm going to go ahead and do a dry run of all 3 parts with the turn in part 3, and then that's going to be it for the instructional. So all 3 parts. 5, 6, here's your chorus. Right, shade, run, left, shade, run, step, back, and cross, rock, up, quarter, turn, step. Shade, run, and shade, run, step, back, and cross, rock, up, quarter, turn. Right, shade, run, left, shade, run, step, back, and cross, rock, up. Last 1, 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 5, and 6, and part 2 right here. Step, kick, step, kick, and tap to the back wall and walk. And shuffle and tap left. And cha-cha, do it again. Step, kick, step to the front. 5, 6, 7, 8, and walk. And cha-cha and tap. Now we doing part number 3 and dip. Dip left, and 5, 6, 7, 8, walk right. Left, up, and back. Here's your full turn. Part 1, right. Okay? So, this is the instructional for Truly Adore You by my main instructor, April Dunlap, also known as April the Dancing Queen. Check her out on Instagram and Facebook. Thank you all for watching. Happy Juneteenth. Peace out.